Self-respect. What is it that I have to do to earn my husband's respect? I've never lied to him. I've never cheated on him. When Talon came to Dominican Republic, I very easily, while Yohan was at the gym or spending the day with his family, I could have went and met Talon for lunch without him ever knowing the difference. I didn't do that. I chose respect. I chose to say, hey, my friend's going to be in town. I would love for you to meet him. Knowing, I knew that it was going to be a problem because I know Dominican men and I know my husband. This is my third Dominican partner. None of this is new. But with Yohan, I know that he wants to develop. He wants to evolve. He's begging for it. And it's why I was placed in his path. And he was placed in my path so I could learn more compassion and more patience, because it's going to require a lot of patience to adapt to this married life. So like, I have nothing but respect for my husband, which is why I'm honest with him.
Danielle. Always got an answer for everything. And the most annoying thing about her having an answer for everything isn't even the fact that the answers are actually good responses. It's more annoying and irritating and frustrating that the answers always entitle one thing: herself. Me. How can she sit there and say that, you know, she said that she was putting Yohan's life or whatever, like as if like Yohan needed her. Like, who the hell does she think she is?
Wants to develop. He wants to evolve. He's begging for it. And it's why I was placed in his path. And he was placed in my path so I could learn more compassion.
You know what the most funniest thing is all about Danielle is that before she even says daddy self alone,
that it was going to be a problem because I know Dominican men and I know my husband. This is my third Dominican partner. None of this is new.
So you're telling me this is your third Dominican partner. None of this is new, but yet you continue to act the way you're acting. She talks about how Yohan wants to learn. Why are you lying? Why are you lying? If you've been with two other Dominican men before him and your attitude has not worked, the way you behave has not worked, so what? You think that Yohan's finally going to be that guy who's actually going to abide by your rules? Who's going to let you run wild and behave the way you want to behave? Whilst you teach him? Because you've been put in his path to make his life better? And he's been put in your life for you to learn? Lady, let me tell you something real quick. If you didn't learn from your first two Dominican partners, there's no way you're going to learn now. And to be honest with you, even if you could have a line of like, even if he was your first Dominican partner, you still wouldn't learn, because the way you're talking does not say that you're here to learn from him. I mean, it says that you're here to teach him how you want him to be. At the end of the day, your bestie Tayan said it himself in particular. There ain't no ever changing Danielle. Danielle will always be Danielle no matter what. If she doesn't get her own way, she's going to bounce. So while she's talking all of this cap, rumor has it, apparently Danielle's out here talking about how she's going to shave off her head, or she was going to cut off her whole hair for some blah 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 blah. But to be honest with you, whether she's got hair or no hair, whether she's going to experience with one Dominican man or more, or any man or more, Danielle, you are always going to be your own problem to your own failure of your own relationships. I mean, I'm not saying the men don't play a part, but you do play a part. You need to recognize that, rather than each time people call you out, you want to go on the defense. And who are you to talk for Yohan in this situation? We all know Yohan does not like you talking for him. He's already said it multiple times that I do not want to be with a woman that doesn't allow me to be a man. I do not want to be a woman who challenges me every single way. In where I'm from, Dominican Republic, the man is the man and the woman is the woman. That's exactly what he said. I have my role, she has her role. And I can promise you now, when it comes to that, you talking for him is probably not one of those things. But hey, this is Danielle. Danielle will always do what Danielle wants to do, no matter what. Your ex-boyfriend, the man that you slept with multiple times, all that kind of things, even he confirmed it too. The problem with Danielle is that her ego gets the best of her. She just doesn't want to come online and admit that she's in the wrong. She just doesn't want to come online and admit that there are cracks in the relationship on both sides. Her ego's way too big for her to do that. So she'd rather come online and just spill a whole bunch of, I'll tell you what real quick. You see with the freeze frame right now, this freeze frame is the perfect example of exactly who Danielle is. Clueless. Like, what are you doing? Anyway, with that being said, let me know what you're thinking down below in the comment section and we'll talk about it. Don't forget to like, sub, and of course, peace.